and you became sort of a cult hero. No, not that one. That was the other awful one. But I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. And they said, right. I said, right. That ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around my MFN neck.
Y'all, not Denzel exposing Hollywood elites for using voodoo on black artists. So it looks like the situation in Hollywood is getting worse and worse. And things have gotten so bad that Denzel Washington, of all people, is now coming out to speak on the crazy situations going on in the industry. Denzel is now revealing how the elites set out to destroy black artists on purpose as a way to keep them in line and also manipulate them. Listen, there's a whole lot to unpack right now because Denzel went all the way in.
And one of the most important lessons in life that you should know is to remember to have an attitude of gratitude, of humility, understand where the gift comes from.
So it looks like Denzel Washington is getting sick and tired of the power play in Hollywood when it comes to black artists and how they're treated by the elites in Hollywood. And he is finally speaking up against it. But not only is he speaking up, but he is also coming with receipts to show the elites play mind games with black artists, use mind control against them, and then discard them when they're done playing these games. Now the talks about how the elites set out on purpose to destroy black artists have been around for a hot minute. But Denzel speaking on the topic makes it even more real. I mean, Denzel is arguably the most respected black actor in Hollywood and one of the most respected actors hands down. So the fact that he's speaking out about this tells us that things are getting more serious. Denzel is just not the type of person to chase clout. So whatever he's saying about these Hollywood elites, I believe it. Because I'm rolling with Denzel all day. Now, if you're wondering why Denzel or Denzel is one of the few actors who has the courage and integrity to speak up, well, it probably has something to do with how he has always had a very strong moral compass. In fact, before he decided that he wanted to become an actor, he actually wanted to be a preacher. So that tells us a lot. Plus, he is one of the very few actors to not even have a major cheating scandal or anything like that. Considering the fact that he has been married to the same woman for 40 years, I think we can all agree that he has earned the right to call out the evil and shady side of the industry. Plus, he has been personally affected by the racism and the mind games that the elites have been playing on black artists. For example, back in 2014, he was a victim of the Sony email hack drama that happened when a hacker leaked some controversial emails from the higher-ups at Sony. And listen, they had a lot of things to say about Denzel, and they were not very nice things. So there was a leaked email convo between an unknown producer and Sony chairman Michael Linton after Sony dropped Denzel's movie The Equalizer. Now, while the movie was profitable for the company, it didn't make as much money as projected, and for some reason the producer decided that the reason the movie underperformed was because Denzel was black. Now if you watched the movie, then you'll know that Denzel did an awesome job, but this was not enough for the producer, who dropped a hot take suggesting Sony steer clear of casting black actors so they could hit it off more with the worldwide audience. He claimed that if they had gone with a white lead actor instead of Denzel, the movie would have ranked in even more cash internationally. This producer wrote, "I believe the international motion picture audience is racist. In general, pictures with an African American lead don't play well overseas." Y'all, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's really the audacity to even speak the words. But apart from the racism, Denzel has also exposed how Hollywood elites profit off of black suffering. As if it's not bad enough, he revealed that they basically force black actors into humiliating scenarios for entertainment. Well, Denzel has refused to take part in any form of Hollywood glorifying black suffering as a form of profit, and he has consistently distanced himself from that sort of thing. He hasn't hidden this either, because he has spoken over and over in interviews about how ridiculous and dehumanizing he finds it.
Tried to hang them and they tried to do all this stuff, and I had a lot of training day in me. There were some Jewish people in the audition, and I said, yeah. They said, no, it's funny. It's like they hang them and then they can't. I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. And they said, right. I said, right. That ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around my MFN neck.
But y'all want to know the crazy part about all this? Denzel claimed that the elites give black artists a false sense of superiority by giving them titles like movie stars and making them believe that they are better than regular people who work normal jobs. Now, according to Denzel, acting in movies is nowhere as hard or as challenging as working a regular 9-to-5 or even going off to war. And this false sense of superiority is a power play by the elites to keep black artists in check by making them feel they need to desperately hang on to their position.
Like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, move over. Get out of here. You know, your son got shot in the face. That's difficult. Making a movie is a luxury. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. And most importantly, it's a gift. Obviously, everybody here is talented enough to do that. But don't get it twisted. It's just a movie. It ain't that big a deal.
He also claimed that the reason he strongly opposes the use of words like movie star is because he knows that it's a tool for the elite to control actors. He said, "Titles have nothing to do with me. That's not who I am. It's like the term movie star. What does that mean? It's just a label they give you until they replace it with another one. Has been. I don't claim that either." But that's not all, y'all, because he also spoke about the elitism in the industry. Now, Denzel isn't one to mince words when it comes to the entertainment industry's habit of pushing political agendas during award shows and the whole elitist vibe it can give off, and he's always had his reservations about that. But you gotta give it to him, he's managed to stay real and down to earth despite the Hollywood circus. Now, while other actors sometimes get caught up in the Hollywood hype, Denzel has navigated his career with a practical outlook, avoiding some of the issues that others fall prey to. Now, don't get me wrong, he has had his share of challenges, but Denzel's always kept it cool. He's spoken about the control that black entertainers often face in the industry, and he's been one of the biggest champions for the black cause in Hollywood. But even at that, one thing you won't catch Denzel doing is playing the victim. Even when the media tried to push that narrative, he wasn't having it. He firmly believed that just because there are biases and inequalities in the system doesn't mean that you have to play victim. But somehow that's not all, because Denzel believes that there is a high level of mind control going on in Hollywood, because he believes that it's not the only explanation of why they get black people to do some of the insane things that they do. And according to him, it's not just psychological mind control either, because allegedly he believes that there is some high level voodoo going on. Allegedly, he believes that these elites use voodoo and black magic to control and manipulate the artists. He claimed that another reason they do this is so that they can have something to hold over the artists' heads to make them stay in line. Now, Denzel is not the only one who has exposed elites like this, because Kanye West spoke about it last year and exposed some dark and scary things that go down in the industry and how the elites purposely set out to traumatize black people.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Well, you know what happened to Kanye after he made these revelations? Because he lost a whole lot of stuff from what he had. He lost billions of dollars, his career went down the drain, and he got canceled massively, both in the entertainment industry and the fashion world. And he's been pretty low-key ever since. But Kanye and Denzel aren't the only ones to speak up, because Cat Williams has also spoken up about this so many times. For example, there's the time he claimed that he was offered the lead role in the movie Django Unchained. He said, "F Jamie Foxx and the Django Unchained check he cashed. They offered me the script and I said, any black man that does this deserves to die." And the next thing I heard, Jamie Foxx was in makeup. Now, according to Cat, the reason Jamie took the whole role was that he was promised that his career would blow up after taking it, even though it was something that no black actor should have really taken because of how humiliating it was. And when Jamie suffered his medical emergency earlier this year, Cat was quick to talk about how Jamie had probably overplayed his hand with the elites and how they had to put him back in his place real quick. Then there's also Monique, who directly called out some elites, including Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels, and she exposed them for blackballing her because she didn't do what they wanted her to do. After Monique asked for compensation for her part in the Oscar publicity campaign for Precious, things took a very tough turn for her. Monique found herself labeled as difficult, and her career took a hit as she faced challenges getting work in the industry. And she didn't mince words, openly accusing Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels of trying to keep her out of the game as a form of control.
I was whiteballed by some black who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Miss Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was up by some who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk too much. It would kill me not to say the real. It would kill me not to say the real. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had one.
Now, these alleged Denzel revelations have confirmed the rumors that people have had about the horrible situation in Hollywood, and they have left comments saying, "I think it's absolutely disgusting that this is happening. It really shouldn't be happening. Your talent should speak for you. It shouldn't matter that you are black. Why should you have to compromise?" One thing I like about Denzel, he hasn't as yet put on a dress and high heel pumps like a lot of black actors to get a role in a movie. And Denzel and all the other black entertainers are correct about how Hollywood handles them. I'm personally in touch with one lower level Hollywood friend who has pointed out several things that many black people had to do in order to get parts, positions, etc. in Hollywood. Y'all, this is really crazy, but y'all need to let me know what you think about the situation. What do you think about these Denzel revelations about elitism and how they manipulate and control black artists? Drop your thoughts and comments below, and then check out this next video.